Hi, this is Brindley. I'm going to be teaching you how to get a basic cat rig with basic 2 animations out of Max into UDK to use for your game you're creating. So first, let's set our model up so that you don't accidentally click it whilst we're setting the bones up. Object properties, and then click the see-through box. Then right click again and go free selected. Now we can touch the model. Okay, go to modifier, go to the create panel, go over to helpers tab, go from standard to cat objects, and now we want a cat parent. So click that, drag that in, drop it to the floor level of the model, you know, set the values down here to 0, 0, and then height. Okay. That should be about right. Okay, now we've got our cat parent. So now what we want to do is we want to go over to the modify panel and then go down to this button here called create pelvis. Click it. As you can see, it just creates this block up here. Let's drag this down to the pelvis location of the model. And I like to use all 4 viewports here because I just find it speeds up my workflow a bit. So let's smash this out. It's going to be a very tacky rig just for purpose of this tutorial, really quick and easy. Just get you guys just knowing how to do it. Add leg. Okay, got our leg here. Let's drag this in to about there. Okay, we only want 1 bone, we don't want 2 bones here because it's such a basic model. So go over there, bones, select 1, boom. Looks a bit funky, eh? Drag that out. Okay, so we've got 1 leg there, as you can see. Boom, 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 boom. And now, you'd think we'd have to build another leg, but good thing about cat rigging, add leg, done for us. Okay, so now let's click add spine. There's too many bones there, as you can see. So, let's set this to shaded quickly. Set this to number of bones, 1. Scale it down so that this is in line. Yeah. And then just make it a bit fat so it fits the body. Can I do? Now we want to make this really big so that it fits the arms and whatnot. Now we want to go add arm. Big lanky arm. Okay, move that palm up. Let's get the palm up, that palm in the right correction place first. Let's move this bone up. Now, let's move that bone there. Okay, let's come up in the top view. This is very boring, as you can tell. Like setting, like positioning, all this. It's not very fun. I'll do that. Okay, that's the rotations done. Bring our palm in, so it matches there. And I want to bring this in. So that matches the joint right there. Bring that out there. Now we can rotate the palm. So that matches our model. Bring it in a bit closer. Rotate it out. We'll also fiddle in. Okay, scale that to size. Scale that up a bit. go. Okay, click the spine again. Go add arm. And go second arm's in place. Nice and nice and nice. Okay, spine again. And we're just going to add a spine for the head. And we'll select the bone. Set to 1. Scale the neck down. So it's like a little tiny neck. Not that big. But we do want this big. There's the whole size of the head. Smash it out. Don't worry about it coming out of the. Don't worry about it coming out the sides and whatnot. Makes the neck a bit bigger. So. Okay. Just right click, unfreeze all so that we can reselect the model again. There's our rig. Okay. On to the next part of the tutorial. On this part of the tutorial we'll be discussing how to get the cat rig moving with the model and having the model attached to the rig. Okay, so first what we'll do, select the model, go over to the modify panel, go to the modify list, and then go down to skin, which you can find there. Click skin. Okay, let's go to the bone section and click add. Okay, so we want all of this in here, so select all, and then go select. Okay, as you can see we've got it all attached. So now what would happen is if we move this bone, moves the arm, and so on and so on. There is one thing that we need to get rid of, is if we go to the cat rig, if we go to the model again, select, now we'll scroll down on this list, you'll see at the bottom called character 001, remove that. Okay, so now we have our sign thing. Now what we need to do is set up the weights inside the skin so that it's signed it properly. To test what we've got, we'll go click, select the platform, cat platform, go over to the motion panel, and we're going to put a basic animation run on it that's built with it. So we go down to add layer, and then we click the bottom one, cat motion layer, and now we click cat motion editor, little paw on it, and now we go to 2 leg and game character run, double click, load into existing layer, load. Okay, that's done, close that, and now if we go up to here and click set up animation mode toggle, click that, there you go. As you can see our characters moved with the rig. So there you go, if you move the scrolly bar you can see them moving, but now you can see the problems. As you can see with the hands, they're all deforming really horribly, so we need to set them up properly. So to fix this we select the model, go to the modify panel, expand skin in, click envelope, and then in this we select vertexes. Scroll down on this panel, and now what we want is we want all of this palm bone, select that, select all of that, and now we want to go to app effects and type 1. 1 is being maximum affected by that bone, so all of these are maximally affected by this bone now. Let's do it for the sleeve as well. Go for 1, there we go, and now select the next bone, select this middle set of vertexes, select 1, there we go, that's all assigned, and rinse and repeat on this side. Go 1, select this bone, select there, 1, there we go. Now that's all affected by that. And now let's turn off envelope mode, and now as you can see, no problem, he's hovering through the floor, he's not doing very well, so we're going to adjust him so he sits up properly. So we select cat, go over to the motion panel again, and then open up cat motion editor again, and now we want to go to hub 001, which is basically the pelvis bone. Hub 001, and then we want to go offset position and change the x-axis. So he's there. So as you can see, so we'll go to lower swing, that's when he's at his lowest. Pull it up. There we go. As you can see, now he's running perfectly on the spot. Okay, now that that's done, what we want to do is these arms. He's going to be holding a gun for the game, so we want to have his arms pulled down and not doing much. We don't want him to swing in because it'll start missing. Like as you can see, it's a big swing on there. If he swings his arms, he's going to move the gun around in the game and shoot off everywhere. So this is where we go expand to hub 2, which is the shoulder bones and stuff, and you can see arms there. And this can take a lot of tweaking. Like I'm hoping for the purpose of the tutorial this goes nice and easy, but sometimes it can take a lot of tweaking and it can get very frustrating. So let's move everything down to a value of 0. And now we select the next one, which we can do by clicking that, and then as you can see it highlights it red. Go to the value of 0. As you can see, that controls left arm, that controls right arm. So that's the up bend done. So now if we make him run quickly, see his arms are very still, not doing nothing. So now we want to get rid of the twist. So let's set this to a value of 0 and go to the next one by clicking that, and then set that to a value of 0. Okay, as you can see, very straight arms, getting straighter and straighter. Okay, so now we want to carry on coming down here, go to the swing, carry on doing this basically, select the next bone, set it down to 0, and now he's walking, quite funny looking. Okay, so now we've got that done, we can set the bones, we can set the hands, so that there. Okay, let's expand that. Okay, hub. Okay, so you've got arms, and then you've got the palm bone down here. As you can see, they're rotated out. We don't really want that, so let's go down here and just mess about a bit. Get them in the right position so that they're straight. So you walk running with his arms stretched out, and then we got that. Set that to a value of 0. There you go. He's not moving that. And then got hand flops, these should all automatically be defaulted 0. So we have arms stretched out, doing nothing, not moving, no twist, no swing. And if we want to get rid of the proper swing, we could actually go up to the hub bone and then turn off the twists and stuff and that keep his upper body from moving. This is if you really want to get real technical with it and really like mess around, as you can see, like that, stop all this. Okay, so now we have that. What we want to do is put his arms in the position of holding a gun with his other arm, not doing nothing. So for this we're going to go to add layer again, and we're going to go plus W, which means world layer, adjustment world layer. So scroll your animation slider to 0, hit auto key, so it goes all red here, and now collect the bones and adjust them into the position that we desire. So he's holding his little gun crossbow here, and this arm's just going to be down, static, and very basic. He's just going to be just sat there like that. So when he runs now, there you go. There we are. So can I unclick auto key? Always save your work. So now we have a character that runs. He has an arm bone that holds the gun, that doesn't move, so the gun won't go crazy when he's in game. And he's pretty much set. So now what the job is to do now, the next part of this tutorial, is to set it so he runs forward, backwards, left and right from the controls inside the iPhone. Okay, on to the third part of this tutorial. We have our character, we have our basic run animation. Now to get it to go run left, back, right and whatnot. So we select the cat panel, go to the motion panel, You can see we've got our cat layer here still in the adjustment world. Make sure that we've got 100 keys down here, 100 frame animation. Okay, so we're going to open up cat motion tool, and we're going to go to the global, and then click auto key button, and make sure this is set to 0, and click up on the directional, and then down. And then scroll over to frame 25, up on the directional, and down. As you can see, that created a key there. So that's going forward, 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 and now we want to go the direction of 90 on frame 26 up to frame 50, and then set it to 90, and then we've got 2 frames there. As you can see, it's going forward and then it's going right. And then we want to go here to frame 51 and set that to 180, and then go to frame 75 and set that to click up and then down, and then we've got that. So now he's going backwards, which is pretty much the same as run forward, but it's nice to have. And then frame 76, make it do 280 for left. Go to that, frame 100, click up again, and 280, boom. And now, if we play it, you can see the legs are going bump, bump, bump. Now to test, turn off auto key, let's test to see. That should be a perfect loop for all of that. Okay, now that we've got all the directions done, it's time to move on and export the file out. Okay, so we want to get 0 to 25, remember your frames. We want to go File, Export, and then in this folder we're just going to call it Walk Forward, and save it out as an FBX. Save. Okay, now we get the settings box up. So what we want to do is, in the geometry tab, we want to make sure smooth and groups is ticked, turbo smooth, all this, basically just leave them. All you need to do is tick smooth and groups now. In animation tab, you want to tick that, and then you'll have a box called extra options, which you don't need to worry about, and then bake animations. So you click the bake animations tab and click bake animations. Now we want our starting frame as 0 for walk forward, our ending frame is 25, and deformities, keep them the same. Curves, don't have that unticked, don't matter about point cache. So we've got this done. And lights, turn off the lights, normally that's ticked. Like if you've got any of this, turn off lights and cameras and stuff like that, and that should be okay then. Okay, so click OK. As you can see, yeah, you always get turn edge, don't worry about this, and then just click OK, and then boom. Okay, next we want to export 26 to 50. So save again, export, this time walk underscore right, and then set this frame start from to 26 to 50. Okay. Then OK again. Now export again, walk backwards, and now I want to set this to 51 to 75. OK. Then OK again. Export once again to walk underscore left, and then 76 to 100. Okay. Okay. That's exported. That's all your files exported and ready to be imported into UDK.